When I was in high school, I met one of my really good friends, and her name was Katie. Katie was a beautiful girl. She had long black hair, pure milky white skin. She was always smiling, always happy. You would have never thought that there was anything at all wrong with Katie. I was soon to find out, though, that Katie did not have hair. Katie had alopecia. Today I'm going to inform you what alopecia is. I'm also going to be covering the 3 different types of alopecia, who it affects, and the treatment options are for it and research that's being conducted on it. So what exactly is this disease that limited Katie's ability to grow hair? Defined by the American Autoimmune Related Diseases Association, alopecia is an autoimmune disease that affects nearly 2% of the population. It is a multigenetic disease, meaning it's caused by more than one gene that attacks your hair follicles, enabling them to grow. The National Alopecia Areata Foundation explains to us that there are 3 types of alopecia. Alopecia areata is the most common, and that is where your skin grows in patchy segments. Basically, you may not be able to grow part of a beard, or there may be a patch of hair on your chest that will not grow in. Alopecia areata totalis is a second type of alopecia where no hair on your scalp will grow. And the most rare form of alopecia is alopecia universalis, which is where you have no hair on your body whatsoever. You don't have eyebrows, your eyebrow hair won't grow in, your eyelash hair won't grow in, nose hair won't grow in, and it's the most rare form, but the most psychologically devastating form of alopecia. Now that we've discussed the 3 types of alopecia, we can talk about who it affects. Alopecia is a disease that can actually affect you at any point in time. One morning you could possibly wake up and have an inability to grow hair, or hair may not grow in. It most commonly affects children, though, and children of families who have a history of alopecia. According to the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, males and females are both prone to alopecia. Generally, though, the psychological reaction for females is a lot higher because of the status quo that men can not have hair and look completely normal. It is, however, extremely difficult for families of children, and understandably, it's a lot harder psychologically to be a child in elementary school or whatnot growing up with no eyebrows or no eyelashes or no hair. Knowing who alopecia can affect, we can talk about the treatment options there are for it and the research that's being conducted on it. There is actually no FDA-approved treatment options for alopecia. There are a lot of off-label options that are available, but none that are deemed medically safe by providers. Cortisone injections are the most commonly used to try to stimulate growth in a certain area. Topical minoxidil solution is another form of lotion that can be applied to try to stimulate hair growth. It is, however, itchy and doesn't affect those who have 100% scalp hair loss. There are other creams, ointments, and topical solutions used, and there's fewer options for people with alopecia universalis. Wigs are the most generally used types of treatment, and also people getting their eyebrows tattooed on or wearing fake eyelashes to kind of hide the fact that they have alopecia. Research is also being conducted on alopecia to try to find a cure. It is an autoimmune disease, and it is a genetic disease, and people are looking for an effective treatment for alopecia. Unfortunately, today, though, there is no treatment option for it. Now that you know what alopecia is, let's recap on what we talked about today. There are 3 types of alopecia: alopecia areata, alopecia totalis, and alopecia universalis. There are different treatment options for it, but there is actually no cure for it today. But now that you have a better understanding of what alopecia arealis is, you can be aware of the condition and people around you who may not have hair, and now you can understand a little bit more why maybe they don't.